Thanks for sharing your Friday night with me this evening. So the energies of this new moon we're coming into over the weekend, so it's really like Sunday, Monday, but we're leading into that inward time now. So you may have actually really even felt that within yourself, just actually being a little bit more inward, wanting to have a little bit more time, reflective time for yourself, and some time to really sort through some things. This week in particular is really special because we're in obviously the month of February, it's the year 2020, and we've got all the twos happening this week. So it is a very, very auspicious time that there's certain alignments that actually take place at certain times on the calendar and in the year, and this week is actually one of them. And what happens is because of the planetary alignment and the energy of the numerology, it opens up some gateways and some veils are really lifted for you to be able to see clearer what's actually happening for you, and also receive the energy and what it is that you're needing to actually create your whatever it is that you're creating in the world. So as creators yourself, because we're all creators and we all actually carry that energy within us, what is it that's bursting to come out? Like, what is it that you're really wanting to express? It may not have formulated yet. You might still be going in to actually find it. Or it might have been like that's that thought in the back of your mind that's just there all the time. Something that you're wanting to explore in your life. So there's a lot of energy supporting you with your purpose at this moment in time, and with the activations that you need and the energy that you need to actually move forward with your creative projects. So very big active time. So has anyone noticed that they've been like super busy? Hasn't it been? I don't know. About anyone else? Or has anyone noticed the opposite?
I've had the opposite because I broke my arm.
Oh, bless you. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you broke. She's laughing.
She
I'm so sorry.
was a nurse in the hospital who looked after me.
Isn't that amazing? Wow. And so how is it now?
Yeah, it's good. I've got another 2 weeks and then I should be back to normal.
Wow. Oh, what a shame you had to break your arm to slow down. But
I've actually been enjoying it.
oh, I bet you have. Yeah. It's sometimes in life that's actually what we do. We create these things that actually we have no choice but to slow down and actually to have that rest. Anyone else that's found the opposite to the speeding energy? Yep.
Yeah, just days seem longer, not in a bad way.
No, yeah. Lovely. More space in your day?
Yeah, I think that's probably a better one. Well, the spaces are 4-year-old. There's always someone touching me.
I actually feel that space always opens and time slows down the more present we are in life. So in those busy times, I've noticed, I've got a lot of projects on the go. One of them being Uluru, just been launched on the website. I'm so excited about that. So that's just, you can find that on my Facebook page. As of tonight, all the details there. And if you'd like more details, please let me know. But with those projects, I've noticed, because there's the planning and there's the excitement of the projects all going ahead and those things to do on the list. But there's also that time where I've made a conscious choice to step out and go and lay by the pool just for a moment or two, watch the clouds go by. And then I'm thinking, oh wow, it's such a lovely day, isn't it great? And then I'm ready to go again. So it's like making those times in your day to, while you're busy, and if you're under pressure at work, just take that time, just step out, breathe, just, if you can, if you've got any trees around you, just go and stand under a tree and just connect with the breath. As soon as you reconnect again with the breath, you're reconnecting to your body and you're really earthing yourself, you're grounding yourself, and that's going to give you the clarity to move through your busy times, you know, with your creative projects. So I wanted to open the doorway tonight for you all to look at for yourselves or feel into what is it that your heart is expressing at this moment in time. And then answering your heart with what you can do to actually assist. So you're starting a conversation with yourself, with your I am self, and with the self, the human self. So starting to become, because this is the key to the change really, becoming the observer of your thinking and what it is you're feeling. And knowing that you have the power to override feelings that aren't serving you anymore if it's taking you down a track. Like say you have a thought, I don't know, give me a thought. Say you have a thought, anything in your life, say you're made an agreement with yourself to go to the gym every day, or do yoga, or make sure that you go to the beach, and then your thinking comes in and you think, oh, I just don't have time for those things, you know, the things that you plan to do for yourself. So you put that aside. So what I'm suggesting that you may like to open up for yourself is, instead of putting that aside, put aside the urgency of whatever it is that's pushing yourself away. Does that make sense? I've really been watching this myself. I mean, I've been watching myself like forever and will continue to do that, but just really more mindfully of when I do that, because they're just patterns, and they're patterns that don't serve your higher self. They don't serve your soul that's really wanting to explore and live its biggest and greatest potential as the creators you are. So during this time, with all of our twos coming in and this energy, you're getting a lot of information, you're getting a lot of downloads and upgrades in regard to the consciousness, which is going to challenge that preconditioned mind. And there's going to be things that you might be really needing to serve your sacred self, that your mind says, I really just don't have time for that right now, I just have to get through. I've been even looking at that every day with myself. So I've got only 3 weeks to Hawaii. So I'm like, well, if I don't actually work every day, I'm not going to get my list done. But there's no balance in that. That was an old thought. I caught myself saying it in my head. And it was like, oh, well, that's not true, is it? And with that, there's just this peace and there's this letting go, and it's like, oh, what do I have to do? It literally is like that. Once you start catching yourself in the moment, it'll get easier and easier to let it go, and you'll literally switch in to your soul, into your higher self. So you're just saying, oh no, that's actually not true. And then all of a sudden you've got this space, you've got this opening, you've got this time to attend to what it is you want to do. that's going to serve your greater good. And it's really important now, particularly because we're in this Mars energy and it's such forward moving, and I can feel it's fantastic. So it is a great time to get things done. It's like, it really is. But with that, unless you're checking in with yourself and observing your thoughts, you're going to be on automatic. You're going to be keeping on this track. And then you end up at the end of the day going, well, what happened to my day? There's no presence in that space. There's no consciousness in that space. There's just the automatic pilot in that space. So we're waking up. We're waking up to what it is that we're really wanting to live in the moment. So you might like to even write yourself a note, like, it's like, what do I need to do for myself today? What commitments have you made to your own health and well-being? Because really, that's very important. If we're not looking after our health and well-being, you know, we're not going to be very happy in life. Any questions? So it's a magical time of creation. The seeds that you plant in your mind now are going to grow. So if there is something, if there's a dream, now is the time to actually live it. And this is the process, you know, actually saying no to that mindset that puts aside the things that are really important to you. The new things you're wanting to create. And the new ways in which you're wanting to live within your life. So it's a fun time, and it's a really it's a beautiful time to really be with your sacred self. So you're in the right place tonight. So continue, you know, to put some sort of practice into your everyday life, whether it's some sort of meditation practice, that you can just sit with your own heart and actually really sit with that sacred self and align to that, so that you get stronger. So every day you get stronger and stronger in serving the sacred self, the higher self, and not the, you know, the lower needs that really are not serving you at all. So now we get to create. Any questions? No? Beautiful. So